Welcome back. Welcome back. I feel like I lost my voice. So y'all bear with me. But welcome back. Oh, we're gonna get into a lot of stuff this weekend. Uh reflecting back over the past years, looking at, the Charlos and their behavior, just looking at that whole clique over there. I'm gonna be singing my song. The clique is over. The clique is over. The clique is over. The clique is over. Hey. I'm gonna be singing that throughout. But y'all know what I do at the top of my hour. Water check, water check, water check. I have reached my daily amount of water, and I'm actually drinking on it's a Crush watermelon drink. Now, I hate watermelon. I ain't gonna say, hate is a strong word. I don't like watermelon. Yes, I'm one of the few people that don't like watermelon. It does never taste sweet to me, but I love watermelon tasting stuff like candy and drinks and stuff like that. But this watermelon Crush soda, that thing is good. But again, I ain't drinking unless I reach my daily output of water. I got my 100 ounces today. Uh, we always talk about the importance of drinking water. We here at Boxing Fans Talk TV advocate that every adult can drink a gallon of water. That's 128 ounces. We know that the formula is half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces of water. We know that people don't like to drink water, so we give a little wiggle room. We say at least drink, and I mean at least 100 ounces of water. And to all those new parents who welcome in their bundle of joy, and you hearing this new age charisma app is all I could call it, telling you don't give your baby water. All living things need water. Just remember that. Water is a life sustainer. All living things need water. I don't know what this new age stuff where they say, well, there's water in the formula. There's water when you mix up stuff. Well, that has always been the case. There's water in beer. You should drink water before you drink beer, right? There's water in alcohol. You should drink water. You know, nothing can substitute drinking just pure water. Just drink water. You can't say there's water in stuff. There's water in everything. Water is a universal solvent. It's a life sustainer. So make sure you give your babies water. They don't need to drink a lot. How do you catch them? For this y'all new mothers that might not know, but I don't see how you wouldn't know. What I would do is I would wait till feeding time. And I would have that sterile water sitting off to the side. Maybe because they don't want to make sterile water no more. I don't know. You can make your own sterile water, boil it. But I would have that sterile water sitting off to the side. And those jars that it came in, could fit the typical nipple. And I will either have it cooled a little bit or just room temperature for little bitty babies. And I put that nipple on, and they start crying because they hungry. I slip the water in. They go to town. They be sucking hard. Before they know it, they done got an ounce or two in. Boom, solving your water problem. You can do that twice a day and get adequate amount of water in your child. The average size baby is what, 7 pounds or something, 8 pounds. 2 ounces, 3 ounces per day is good. Don't let them tell you your baby don't need water. You're going to mess your baby up. Okay? Everything needs water. Plants need water. You need water. But we realize water is not the popular thing, so we say at least twice a day, at least, that you should drink water. This cannot be delegated. This cannot be put off or pushed to the side. First thing in the morning before your toes hit the ground, thinking your body like an engine and the water is the lube. You should have 8 ounces ready on and waiting. Like, put it on the nightstand. Learn how to drink room temperature water. Drink your 8 ounces. Drink it all down before you do anything. Make that the first thing you do in the morning is get some water. The second time is at night when you get out the shower or whatever, before bed. Not right when you're going to sleep. Even the American Heart Association agrees. Drink you 8 ounces of water before bed. Guzzle it down. Again, have it on your nightstand. Learn how to drink room temperature. Me, I like it ice cold. So I have a mini fridge. I would suggest anybody put a mini fridge in their bedroom. It doesn't disrupt your electric bill like you think. It doesn't even change it one iota. I also have a cooler in my room that dispenses hot, cold, or cool water. In the mini fridge, I keep ice. So I like my water really, really cold. And I drink my daily amount that way. Just fill my container up. I got one of those containers that can hold the ice all day, like keep it cool, keep it from melting. It's a Wawa cup, one of my favorite cups. It's like 32 ounces. And I fill it up and I drink it all. And I was like, damn, before I look, I done drunk like 4 of them things. So I know I get my daily amount in very easily without even have to really count. So, a lot of reads going on when you go to bed. And that's why you need to drink that water. Revamping, rebooting, recreating, recharging, redirecting. A lot of work. More work than you think. You don't feel it. That's the beauty of how we're made. You don't feel that your body is working overtime, but it is when it's in a deep sleep. That's why the average person burns between 900 to 1,000 calories at night. That's more than you do in a workout. In a deep sleep, that is. Not no cat naps, but a deep sleep. So drink your water. Don't half step on that. It's 2023 and beyond. None of us should have dehydration problems. Never, never, never should we ever have that problem. Dehydration, even though you go through it, it seems like it's easily fixed. It leaves a permanent mark on you. It can lead some problems. You'll come back later, you'll be surprised the medical issues you can have just by chronically keep dehydrating yourself. We don't have to do that. We know better. But now that we got that out the way, let's get into some light housekeeping. Please, please, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, you don't need to do it again. We got you locked in. We got you locked and loaded. If you're watching me on replay and you have any questions, statements, or comments, or whatever, please leave it. I do get back with you. You can also do that by emailing me at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. I get back with you. I know it's been a little chaotic with the channel. I'm trying to get it better. I'm doing a lot of things all at once. I ask that you bear with me. I'm moving out the state. But I'm also trying to sell my house. I'm also running a business. So I'm wearing a lot of hats and trying to get a established routine with all these hats is a little, proving a little challenging, but I will prevail because that's how I am. I'm a prevailer. So hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com and that lovely Cash App right there. Look, I don't know what's YouTube problem. They don't want to count my views. I told you I'm in it because I love the sport. And I do it because I love the sport. It's not necessarily the money, but the money helps, I do take Cash Apps. Everything that you donate, I put it right back into the channel. So you can hit me up at Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's my Cash App. My schedule is Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't always stick to it, but we be on CP time. Y'all know I be on CP time. I'm trying to get established. But now that we got that out the way, let me sing that song again. The click is over. The click is over. The click is over. The click is over. Hey, hey. I gotta say it. I've been sitting here reflecting all weekend, thinking about the past, thinking about the things that were said. Let me start off by reminding y'all that I am a Deontay Wilder fan. I know I've talked about him in a while. You kind of fall from my top, because right now my top is Terrence Crawford. Probably because he's most caring. I'm not a fan of promotional companies, so I don't go fanned out over PBC like some people do. And I can see what PBC did their fighters a disservice, whereas others can't. And I think they doing Deontay a disservice because he laid out a game plan not that long ago, last year, I believe, and nothing has happened since. And who is he down with? Now, I've heard some rumors that he's not with PBC, but come on now, PBC is in the way. Deontay Wilder said he had, 6 fights? I can't remember. However many fights, and he gonna hang it up. He ain't even started on his goal. Time is of the essence. He's in his late 30s. Who doing that to him? You know who I think doing that to him. But anyway, he a grown man. I can't cry over him because, one, he's very successful. He took lemons and made lemonade. But the reason I brought him up in lieu of this weekend fights is, I told you, I've been reflecting, as most of you have been, and y'all been reflecting too, about Jermell Charlo and his motherfucking mouth and the things that have come out of his mouth, or his whole clique over there. I'm reminded when Deontay Wilder, for his own personal career, was doing an interview, I forgot with who, and Jermell Charlo decided to chime in, and instead of being positive, put him down, besmirch his character, talk about him bad. And then his wife joined in. I don't know if they was married at the time, but that was his lady. And she was highly disrespectful, which I couldn't understand. So for all of us YouTubers, even the people who favored, the YouTubers who favored Deontay Wilder, like the LDBC and all them, all of us alike, we were all confused, like, what happened? What's going on? Because I couldn't figure out heads or tails. I couldn't figure out why was Jermell on Deontay's back. What did Deontay do to Jermell? I don't think even Deontay knew, by way of his responses. And the shit that came out of his wife's mouth, like she called him a nigga, bitch, and I'm like, wait a minute. Don't you got to be black to be able to talk like that in social settings? Let me just say, people talk like they want. They got their own mouth behind closed doors. But if you're not black and you talking where other black people can hear you, how the fuck you think you can say nigga? I don't know. But we was like, yo, check your girl. Just because you had one literally inside you don't make you black. That's how I was feeling about it. But I fell back. I didn't go off because I was like, I know Jermell and his brother, his family, gotta know to check her, and they will. So I'm gonna let them handle that instead of jumping in. So needless to say, the backlash that he had to pull some of that shit back. But up until that point, the Charlos always been snapping and acting erratic and hothead like they on drugs, or maybe they was on peds or something. I don't know. We was wondering what the fuck was wrong with them. But I reflected on that moment and I was like, you just decided to just tear a brother down for no reason. Unless you want to fill us in on some shit, we don't know why. I see you in the building. Tay was pop. He said them Latinos think they can say the N-word. That what it is? She sure thought she was black for a second, but let us remind her, you are not one of us. You are a lady, and it don't mean you nothing when I say that. Let me be clear. It doesn't mean you're not nothing. But you are not a black woman to be standing up there to say that. But I think you learned your lesson back then. So ain't no sense in reaction. But I reflected on that. Yet again, Jermell Charlo put his foot all the way in his mouth. Then I think about what's going on with him and his brother. And it's like we want to know, but we don't want to know. Because it's a sad thing to see siblings at each other's neck like that, especially in public, especially when they're twins. Because we understand that there's no greater bond than twins, right? They make it seem like that's not true. But then they show each other love because Jamal was there. He hugged it up with his brother. You could tell they love each other. But it's like they can't stand each other. And then what do we always hear about twins? Always one good twin, one bad twin. And we never could tell which one was which. Because one minute we judging them by their acumens in the ring, and the other we trying to judge them by how they are outside the ring. And the two shouldn't bleed over, and we just couldn't tell. But they always at each other's neck. And Jamal was going through it. Jamal has revealed a lot of stuff about himself, that he was cheating. I'm sure his wife didn't appreciate that. They've been together since high school. They got 5 kids or something like that. So they was going through it as a couple, and I mean the the dirt of it all. You know what I'm saying? But you hear Jermell and his wife talk disparagingly, and that's a nice way for me to say it, about Jamal's wife, or the things that they would say, that something I would never tell one of my siblings about anybody that they so-called say they love or married to. Sometimes when I would hear certain things that Jermell would say or his wife would say about Jamal's wife, I cringe. I cringe because I'm like, ain't no way in hell. Even if you thought it, you just don't never say it. You just don't ever go there. You know what I'm saying? That's your brother. That's who he chose to be with, to love, to cherish, and create little people with your nieces and nephews. Mostly, well, Jamal got all boys and a girl, but to my knowledge, that was it from what I remember. But they got the same blood running through their veins as you do, Jermell. No matter who you wind up with in your lifetime, there has to be boundaries that you and your siblings have. But everybody should know, like I always tell my children, remember, that is their brother, that is their sister. I even say that to my children about their dad. I be like, you know his family gonna favor him over his kids. That is their son. And I know it sounds confusing to some, or just be like, what? But you gotta think like that. I could be mad as fire with my sister, And I can call her whatever I want to call her. But that don't mean you imitate what I do. Now, I mean, she could cross the line big time. And you turn around, jump on my bandwagon, trying to roll with me, and you start saying what I say, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause, be like, bitch, what you say? I can call my sister bitch, but you can't. You know, I've done that before. I had to teach a grown woman that. I was mad at my family, and she tried to chime in. I said, bitch, no, you can't do that. Don't you know that? Like how you don't know that. So I'm watching that. This is what I'm leading. I'm going somewhere with this now. So I'm looking at Jermell Charlo and all the antics and things that he done and how he put his foot in his mouth. And then we hear how Terrence Crawford describes it and says, well, we was cool at one time. Me, him, his brother, and their other brother. And then time I move up to the welterweight division, he spazzed out on me. Now he want to be clicked off and he want to talk about me like I'm a dog and I ain't did nothing to him. So you know what? Terrence a true leaver. I know exactly how he felt. Like, how the fuck you gonna talk about me, dog? Shout out to Terrence Crawford, by the way. It was his birthday last week. True Libra. In the house. Terrence, happy birthday to you. 36 years young. But anyway, so Terrence was like, yeah, he just spazzed out on me in a sense. I don't know where it came from, why he did it. Ain't no rhyme or reason. And a true Libra ain't gonna sit around and try to wait forever and try to figure out. Girls do, but not guys, not men Libras. They be like, I don't know what the fuck the problem is. My scales ain't balanced. Let me fuck some shit up. That's exactly probably what Terrence was thinking. And that's why he called him his cheerleader. And that's why he got more venom for Charlo. And I was like, Charlo got a habit of putting his foot all the way in his mouth. And his brother was going through it. And it's like, I believe, and I don't have this, that's something that I know. And it really ain't, it got something to do with boxing because it's affecting his brother and his career. I believe that Charlo, he's opinionated, judgmental, and he always want to talk what he want to say about somebody and how they should follow his lead. Like I can see him saying that dude wife ain't good enough and constantly for the whole time they together putting her down and she probably remaining silent. And then Charlo finally, Jermell Charlo finally seemed like he was listening to Jermell because he took in an extra lover, and they probably just disrupted her whole shit. She probably was dealing with Jermell and his antics and his disapproving ways and his you need to leave that bitch, she ain't good enough type shit for years, for decades. And then when her husband goes step out and cheat, it was devastating to her. That's what I think that happened. And so she was like, well, goddamn, I thought we was in it together. Well, shit, it's like y'all against me. I can't fight two of y'all. And Jermell just trying to save face and hold tight and probably hoping that his brother grow out of it. And after about a decade of this shit, he see that his brother ain't gonna grow out of it. And Jermell walking around like his shit don't stink with his non-black woman and his mixed kids. And he got a lot to say. And I think shit boiled over and just exploded. Leaving Jermell to realize he has to have a life totally separate from his brother, as if they wasn't twins. But he loved his brother. You can't break that bond. But how can you love somebody who wants to throw up in your face which you love. But Jermell was there to support him. I tell you who wasn't at that fight? Earl Spence. So I feel that's trouble in paradise too. Because as I told y'all, and I know I did a live when I was talking about that Jermell took a little jab at him when he was running. He said, "Don't have me breathing on here like you had Spence, making like it was a negative, you know. It wasn't something big to say. You could have glossed over it, but I took it as a jab." He said something else too. Even when Earl was fighting, he said, "Fuck you talking about?" When he had his lip all balled up at James Harden, talking about, "Nigga, I already did that shit." Like this little Rudy Poo shit they doing. Jermell don't be understanding what the fuck he be saying half the time, or how he be putting his whole foot in his mouth. Now, I did not care that he went for the Canelo fight. I looked at all the boxers and what would they do? What would y'all do if you got the Willy Wonka chocolate golden ticket? Would you go? And my answer to that question is I can't think of a fighter who wouldn't. If they paying Canelo this ungodly amount of money, whoever Canelo is fighting is going to get some ungodly amount of money. Now, I've heard that Jermell Charlo got $7 million, which is crazy. Which is crazy to me because as Undisputed, he got 10 million. So why would you get 7? That's a step backwards. Unless when it all come out in the wash, you over 10 or whatever the hell. 10, you can't go no lower than 10. Slab Life ATX, aka Big Texas. Welcome to the building, King. He said, "Yo." Now, I say all the time here lately, the click is over. The click is over. The click is over. The click is over. Hey, hey. Because it is. That's what happens with clicks. They never end well because they're always toxic. In Texas, you have been accused as a state in these boxing streets is clicking the fuck up. You know, whenever, I don't care where you from, Virginia, New York, Georgia, wherever. When you start hearing people talk like they the creme de la creme, they excellent, and they the top dog just because they from mineral wherever, your spidey senses should go off. Them red flags should rise up. There's nothing about a location that automatically makes you top billing. There's beautiful things, bad things, good things, somewhat okay things that can come out any state of the union. Talent can be born anywhere in our union, meaning the U.S. Really for the whole world. But Texas had this thing where, you know, because they from Texas. Not all of Texas. That clique, that Derek James, Earl Spence, Jermell Charlo, egotistical whole brand over there. Everybody egos is in the detrimental type level. Starting with the fearless leader, Derek James. His ego is ridiculous, which makes him make ridiculous assumptions and conclusions. And that's why he been losing this year. I'm going to throw Frank Martin in there. Frank Martin really lost that fight the week before Earl and Bud's fight. He really lost that fight, and y'all know it. But y'all want to give him a reprieve because he clicked up. What was Frank? Frank ain't no spring chicken. He's in his late 20s. He's either 29 or 30 by now. Where the fuck he been all this decade? But now he the creme de la creme. He can call shots. He's a shot caller. I be like, look, not hating on Frank, because you can't never give constructive criticism to that clique, Derek James clique, without somebody saying that, oh, you just trying to be funny, or you just trying to, whatever. When it's actually constructive criticism. I said Frank Martin is a good fighter, but don't put the cart before the horse. If he in his late 20s, where he been in his early 20s? What has changed about him other than the fact that he's with Man Down now? And what about the narratives that y'all push? Like, see, when I'm picking somebody to roll with, I'm thinking about everything about them, because they are a reflection on me just as well as I'm a reflection on them. You spent years, Earl Spence, talking about the wrong side of the street, talking about all the killers over here. Why, oh, why would you sign over there with Top Rank? Calling Terrence Crawford out his name. Top Rank Toby. He dumb. He ain't good for business. Why would he sign with you have people that actually will say, my homeboy PGH, Big Dog, who come in here all the time, one of my day ones, I just don't like how Terrence moving. He signed with them, and we told him not to sign with Top Rank. All the killers over here. He did that to purposely duck. Well, Earl Spence, if that was the narrative that you, Derek James, and all y'all fans was pushing out, and that y'all believe that, then explain Frank Martin. And I know they said, T, what you talking about? All the killers is at Top Rank in Frank Martin's weight class. They ain't at PBC. So why would you sign with Earl Spence and then go to PBC? And people say it's a no-brainer because Earl with PBC. He likes PBC. But it is a brainer because you cannot day after day chronically explain how somebody did wrong by signing with a promotional company where there are no fighters in his weight class, and where all the fighters in his weight class is over here at another promotional company. And you cannot keep shooting that as a narrative and acting like you had a problem with that, and then turn right around and do the very thing that you was against. Oh, I forgot, it's you. Because it's the clique. The clique is over. The clique is over. The clique is over. The clique is over. That's why I can laugh at this shit. Because I don't see how other people don't see that. Y'all know we sat through this all the time. Why you over there? All the welterweights over here. And then y'all turn right around and do that with Frank Martin. With Frank Martin, all the lightweights are over there. Why you at PBC? Humana. This the hypocrisy of it all. But I didn't mean to go that and that with that. But Frank Martin lost that fight. So that's number one, Derek. You lost. Derek James is one of those dig deep, hit hard, and just knock you out, run through you like a freight train. And he ain't got much on fundamentals. I'm not saying he don't know it, but he not preaching it. He not advocating it. If you listen to him, man, run through this, man. He cared too much what it looked like. You already look like a damn fool. You been looking like a motherfucking fool. Like Beaumont said, you ain't no shit. Just sit back and watch. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we can laugh at it. Because y'all took us through too much shit. And Jermell Charlo, especially you. At least Spence had the decency not to continuously just put his foot in his mouth like you did. And I'm going to tell you something Spence did too. Spence didn't quit. Now, I know quitting is a strong word to use, but Jermell Charlo, you quit. you quit. And I'm going to explain how you quit. This night, there was a lot of that going on. When you hesitate, that's a nice way to say you quit. You don't want to jump to a conclusion and say somebody quit right off the muscle. You want to give them a reprieve or give them the benefit of the doubt, because hesitation is a real word. Sometimes you can hesitate and it don't have nothing to do with quitting. But when you chronically hesitate, you are diving deep into the waters of quitting. Why he quit? Because you could tell from the first round that he was too hesitant. Some people say he gave him too much respect just going into the fight. And I agree with that. We got on Caleb Plant when Caleb asked Canelo, I'm good, huh? I'm good. We was like, nigga, what? Caleb, why would you ask that? Some things you just don't do. Canelo was way confident. I'm hold off on talking about Canelo. Cause I'm gonna shout him out. But Jermell, you probably quit before you even started the fight. You could have been just about the money. I have a theory. And here it goes. I think Jermell Charlo was backed into a corner. I think he was in a predicament. Hold tight 1 second, y'all. Let me get my drink. Hold up. I'm coming. Just felt dizzy standing up. I think Jermell Charlo had an agenda before he came in to the fight. I think him and Spence and Derrick James and all of them really believed the hype leading up to July 29th. And I think their eyes was awakened after that fight, after they saw what they saw. They still was in disbelief. But I think the writing was on the wall. Jermell was backed into a corner. Let me tell you why. I think he hesitates, or he has some concern. Let me say that like that. Some kind of concern when it comes to Tim Tszyu. Damn, I swallowed that too hard. Excuse me. I think that he do have concern with Tim Tszyu, and I think Tim Tszyu know it. And I think Tim Tszyu tried to speak on it. Because Tim Tszyu tried to get under his skin and say a few words. But I think there's some legitimate concern there. And Tim Tszyu wanted that smoke, and he wanted it now. He got tired of waiting. But, excuse after excuse after excuse. That's how Tim felt. So you got him beckoning at your heels. And what did Terrence say to you, even before the fight? First, I'm going to beat your boy. And then I'm going to come get his cheerleader. He was talking about you, Jermell. First, he going to beat Spence, and then he going to come get you. You're the cheerleader. And if you don't know anything else, Terrence Crawford don't mix words. If he say he going to do it, he going to do it. Y'all can feel how y'all want about Terrence Crawford. But if that man say he going to do it, he going to do it. And that's what history has shown and everything when it comes to this dude. So Terrence said he going to come get you. So now he at your heels. And then all you see, Jermell, is a loss. That's all you can see. If you think about it, you ain't beating Terrence Crawford. I think you know that. And even if you don't know that, you know it ain't gonna be no easy win. And I think you like to dominate, and you will not be dominating him. If nothing else, you wouldn't be dominating him. But I think we all can say Terrence Crawford will wax your ass. I think you could say there was a potential loss on the horizon. And then, like I said, how you feel about what's his name? And then your brother says that he signs the contract first for Canelo, but then he rolled it over to you because he wasn't ready for it. And of course, Canelo is going to take this fight. One is an easy win. I wouldn't say Canelo cherry picked this one, because if he came after your brother, that was the person he needed to go after. If your brother rolled it over to you, Canelo he's just complying with the powers that be. Okay, I'll fight Jermell. But Canelo never forgot all the bullshit that y'all had to say all these years. That probably stuck in his craw. And it was time for some get back. So now you got this opportunity where you can convincingly look at the world and say, I'm going for the Canelo fight. And you confidently know that the world can't hold you negatively to the fact that you're going for the Canelo fight. So if I'm going to lose to anybody, it's best I lose to Canelo. If I lose to Tim Tszyu, my career is over. If I lose to Terrence Crawford, my career is over. But if I lose to Canelo, I live to fight another day. I make some money in the process, and I can only do nothing but go up. It's not a Debbie Downer on this one. Even taking a loss, Charlo could command bigger fights. He could command more money because he was in the ring with the great Canelo. And if you're going to lose to somebody, why not lose to the great Canelo, the so-called face of boxing, that you don't want to get that title to Terrence Crawford? You want us to see Terrence like you see him, a person with no value. But if you got to lose to somebody, why not Canelo? Even in the fight with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, he was talking to you in between the standing 8, the standing 10 count or whatever. He's like, you can't fuck with me. Yeah, we all saw the damn epilogue. That's what Terrence told you. You can't fuck with me. I guess a fuck or some shit like that. That's what Terrence told you. He basically bitched at you. Talk to you like you was a bitch. And then you frown your face up with that attitude y'all got. Looking at James Harden trying to diminish what everybody was there for. More celebrities came to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford than yours. You were not as popular as your compadre in the camp, Errol Spence. None of y'all were as popular as Errol Spence. They really did groom Earl and put him on a pedestal. Again, putting the cart before the horse. Y'all wasn't understanding what Keith was trying to say. Now, Keith did turn into a whole bitch, and he, even with dealing with Errol Spence, there's some unfavorable things that Keith, you was acting, doing. So a lot of people can understand why Errol Spence was very highly upset with you and the way he feel about you. But you showed it again, Keith. People try to be, on Keith Thurman's side a little bit. Keith Thurman was one of my favorite fighters. He was top dog in welterweight for a minute. But he say stupid shit. You still trying to push that narrative, and you only hurt yourself. Tell me, like, who Crawford fought? I don't think he fought the right Earl. Earl didn't say that, so why are you saying it? And once you said that, Keith, I'm done. I can't rep you no more. I'm late to the party, but I finally see why you irritate people, because all of that wasn't called for. If the man who was fighting him didn't use that as an excuse or say that, then why would you say it? The man who obviously avoided him, because you did, Keith. You did avoid Terrence Crawford. You, Earl, and everybody else. Boots, I can't take you serious, because you coming on trying to act all hard and should have shut up and wait your turn. Be humble. Take a challenge sometimes. Lay back. It's coming. You got the perfect setup. When they finally make their final hoorah and it's coming, the reins will be turned over to you anyway. But you gotta act like you really banging and really trying to go for Terrence Crawford. And we know that's not true, because you had 2 opportunities and you walked away from the shits. So I don't even know how you playing your role. You got Terrence to the point he said he'll never give you a chance. But you knew that. You knew that wasn't how the cards was gonna go. If you wanted Terrence, you had opportunity to get him, but you obviously didn't. Now you want to act like, stop stalling me out. I'm ready for the smoke. Sit your ass down somewhere, Boots. And all your fans need to sit down. Because right now, y'all sound like any man would do. I've even seen thumbnails of, I guess, some I didn't even click in to see what they were talking about. But some people try to act like they want Floyd Mayweather in terms to get. I mean, god damn, y'all, let it go. He's just better. Terrence Crawford is just better. Let it go. Accept it. It's not the end of the world. But back to Jermell and his quitting ass. I said the karma got you. You can't be how you been to people, causing people hell and strife and probably tears. Just the shit you say and do. I can only imagine what you say and do to your brother. And I know y'all close, and I pray that y'all be close. I pray that y'all mend fences and come to some common ground and set boundaries that neither one of y'all cross, and y'all good to y'all mother and your other sibling. I pray, and I pray that you set the boundaries with y'all women to leave them on the outskirts of y'all relationship. Don't right now, it's not conducive to include them in a total relationship with y'all. Y'all two need to go have a relationship separate from y'all women. And y'all women gotta understand that. Let that shit go. There ain't nothing more important than them brothers bonding and keeping their bond. But having said that, Jermell, you the shit starter. You the instigator. You like to put people down. You like to think your shit don't stink. And shout out to WCS. I watch you, shawty. I like your program. You break your shit down. You had a guy on there the other day that tried to talk that Black Power shit. And, I've been hearing that a little bit lately. lately. And I'm gonna tell you my take on the Black Power talk. I always call black dudes who be called so-called pulling other black dudes' cars or black people cars, or when they always want to talk about this Black Power shit. I just be feeling like, look, don't go there. Don't go there because dude called Terrence Crawford a coon. They tried to give him an opportunity to speak. He didn't know one thing to say. Then he try to say he a casual. He really only look at football and basketball. Shut the fuck up, nigga. How you gonna have something to say that's conclusive as that, and this ain't even the sport you look at? You're casual. That's why WCS kicked him off. And I got it. I understood it. He been listening to those Crawford Hayden channels. That's what it is. He just didn't want to say it because he know how silly he sound. But that's what he was saying. I don't like how he move. Nigga, if you mad because a person pick anywhere to work, then something wrong with you. Fuck, I'm gonna get mad at somebody because they want to work at Wawa or the Shell gas station or Kroger or the base or wherever the fuck you want to work at a factory or whatever. Why would I get mad because you choose a career to work wherever the fuck you want to work? You want to be a teacher, doctor, lawyer, whatever. Anybody out there that's mad because a fighter picked a certain promotional company, something the fuck wrong with you. I'm saying it right now. Something is the fuck wrong with you. Because you shouldn't be caring that goddamn much. They are not you. You got one brain to try to figure out and navigate through this world. You don't have to. Everybody got one. And that one is enough. So why the fuck you worried about where somebody work and what they doing? That's just fucking idiotic. And it's a cop-out. You was in your feelings. You biased as a motherfucker. You ain't a real boxing fan. If that's all that that's why you mad. But you know that that's what people gonna say, so they don't say nothing. Jermell Charlo took the money fight. Jermell Charlo was backed into a corner. I don't think he's sure he can beat Tim Tszyu. I know he don't think he can beat Terrence Crawford. And he know a loss was on the horizon. And what better person to lose from than Canelo Alvarez? There, that was it in a nutshell. That is what happened with Jermell Charlo. That's why he gave him too much credit before the fight and was respecting him too much. Because the silver lining, folks, it was always a silver lining. Jermell got paid handsomely, I'm sure. But hey, thank you for giving me this money. It's Jermell Charlo did what a woman said she would do. Like if let me tell you, let us women get opportunities to make 7 million, 10 million a night. Where they do that at? In any kind of sports for us. And I'll get in that bitch with whoever. That's right, I said it. I'll get in there with Canelo and dance around. If they say you got to make it to at least round 3, I'm gonna make it. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. That's what I'm gonna do. Exactly what Jermell did. I'm gonna run around that ring. And I never thought I'd say somebody running, but you was running, dude. That won't just simply lateral movements because you wasn't hitting and you wasn't strategic. You were surviving. And I guess you felt the wolf. Maybe because I think Canelo hit you once. I think each one of y'all scored a shot on each other in the first round. Y'all just, but like somebody said, you could probably feel Canelo presence. Canelo played with you the whole night. Let me tell you, when Canelo came in and was jumping up and down, I knew something was different. Shout out to Canelo. Congratulations on your win. That was one of your best performances to me in the ring as far as the greatest of ease. That's showing how accomplished and how easy this shit is for you. Canelo was bouncing around, jumping up and down on his toes. The one critique that I give Canelo the most is the fact that from the waist up, he's good, but from the waist down, he's bad. And I've always said that about Canelo. He's like he's foot in quicksand and all this stuff. I've always said that about it. And I've said this, since he got caught cheating, he cannot be my pound for pound. He cannot be my hero. I can't pick him up. I don't hate Canelo, but he will always have an asterisk beside his name. Why? Because he cheated. I don't like cheaters. Not in combat sport, especially. Because to me, when you do that, you basically telling me that you have a disregard for human life. I can't roll with you like that. That's why I got a problem with Canelo. Outside of that, shout outs to him. I don't know what he did to retrieve his legs out of the quicksand, but he got between here and made it to get it all the way out, because Jermell couldn't run. So when Canelo said, at this weight, the way I feel, this Canelo, can't nobody motherfucking beat me. God damn, I believe him. I certainly do. Now, y'all can say, well, T, how you square that away with Bud said? Here's the thing with Bud. There's some fighters that would come along every now and then. I'm reminded of Floyd. I felt this way about Floyd, and I feel this way about Bud. And I've never felt this way about nobody other than these two. When they say they're going to do something, I just roll with it. When I say I ain't never felt this way about these two, except these two in boxing. I've known people in my personal life or just in casual life out there that I can say that about them too. There's some people that you just know, you meet in your life, you don't question nothing they say because of their track record. It's on fleek. Not just on fleek, they always come back to scene right. Even when they wrong, they right. Even when they ain't get like 5 of the tasks wrong, but they got that one task right, they was mostly right. The logic of them, like, so Terrence Crawford is that fighter for me right now. If that dude say he could build the office building, 5,000 square feet office building, and he could do it in 30 days, him by himself, I'm gonna be like, okay, that nigga, where you want me to sign up? Where you want me to donate money or invest money into? Because this nigga say he can do it by himself, it's gonna get done. Knowing that that's a physical impossibility, even for a seasoned contractor or construction person. But that's how much faith I have in Terrence Crawford and his abilities and what he say he can do. He feel he can beat Canelo, so I'm with him. Yeah, Terrence can beat you. On the flip side, there's weight classes for a reason. I still believe in that. And the fact that Canelo is used to that weight size and he's a bigger person. I take those in consideration. But again, all of that get washed out because Terrence got that reputation with me in boxing. Well, most of you in boxing. If the man say he gonna do it, he gonna do it. If he say he can do it, he can do it. I'm gonna drop the link. But it was a lot going on. And to me, Jermell Charlo was doing a money grab. And he was surviving, hanging on just so he can get that money. Some people can say they ain't mad at him. But does that mean you quitting fighting? And again, people don't like to use the name quit, but it is what it is. Yo, when I tell you guys to go hook up and buy these, go to the shopping and get y'all merch, I ain't telling you no lies, man. I buy everything that I put out there. Hey, look your girls up. Y'all looking at the screen right now? I got the new brand on in the shop. I got the new brand. Go hook your girls up. Ladies, go buy your shirts. Go get your news. Got your new brand. Got your new brands. Amongst other things. It's Libra season right now. It's motherfucking Libra season. Get your Libra shirts. Hey, it's all kinds of colors. In about a couple of days, I'm going to be creating the Scorpion. Scorpion going to be on deck momentarily. And I'm going to be ready as soon as that season open up. But right now, it's Libra season. Go get your Libra season shirt. Active activist, what's going on with you? I tried to call you back, Shorty, when we was talking that one time. I know he must have got busy. Whatever. But yeah, I gotta talk to you too about them rooms. You know, because I'm getting ready trying to lock them down, and I gotta have everybody's their first night stay. You know, with you having a card, you get the discounted one. So you gotta holler at me. But yeah, it's Libra season. You know a Libra, go get you a Libra shirt. Look, man, my shirts just came in. Active, the material of it all. The material of it all. Man, this shirt, and then whatever they use in the print on the shirt, man, that motherfucker is bad. Oh, Lord. Boy, what shirt I'm wearing tomorrow? Let me see. Where is it in? Damn. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I'm going to show y'all what I'm wearing tomorrow. This is crazy. This one right here. 936.28. No, that's no, that's. I made a Tupac shirt, y'all. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me print that one. That bitch bad as hell. They wouldn't let me print it. That's not it. Can't use that one. I'm gonna be creative. Right quick. Let me see. That's not it. Hold tight, y'all. Let me show y'all what I just what just came. Like I'm telling y'all, man. Oh, and the juicer I got on there, I put that on sale in the shop. So hold on. This is one of them. Hold tight. When I look, dog, man, I gotta give you like 3-4 of them joints. Ooh. Let me show you active activists. It's gonna be I'm in awe of the material of the shirt. And it's one of them shirts that feel good on you. It's not cheaply done like the print on the shirt. Oh my God, I just can't. This one right here, that just came today. You check me out, active activists. That the paint, the feel of this the box and the face and the print of it. Oh my God, it's a different kind of feel. I don't know, that material and everything. That shit, the bomb.com. Y'all better go get y'all t-shirts. That's all I can say. I got the new brand up in there too. I got Adidas brand up in there too. So, I thought I put the Adidas brand. See, let me see. This might be it. Adidas. See, I tell you no lie. Got the Adidas pull over. And then I'm waiting on this one right here. That same material and everything. I'm waiting on this one. I can't wait. Hey, for all of y'all who got the rotator cuff problems or the shoulder problems, I got that in the store too. Right there. That thing, I'm sure feel good. I got waiting on mine to come through. For all y'all men, I went and found me an even more Top Chef type trimmer for y'all. This supposed to be the creme de la creme for y'all to get your beard right. And then for y'all that want to, grow your beard kind of scraggly, but you want to straighten it out, you got the straight. It's like a straightening comb, sort of, for guys, but like just to untangle your beard and shit. What's up, Tay?
Hey, what's
And
up? I
then
think you had one for yeah, put the link of that in the in the chat.
the link.
Yeah, yeah, for like the stuff that you're talking about.
Which one? You asking the link or the picture? Because the link that will
Never mind.
ask me.
I thought you were. I came in late, so what are the pictures about? I think there's one before that as well.
It was you talking about this one or this one
Uh,
or
that
this
one, the one
one?
before. Ooh, where'd you get that stuff at?
It's all in the store.
Okay, bet. Yeah, yeah. Put the link of the store in the chat.
It's in the chat. Well, y'all see it scrolling down the bottom. AskMe51T.com. That's how you go in there. I'm gonna put it in the
Okay,
chat too, but it don't never hyperlink.
TV. Bet I'll check it out for sure.
Man, get your clothes from there, man.
Yeah,
Like I'm selling name brand. Ask me 51 dot AskMeT51.com. You click that and you get in the stores, gadgets, clothes. Like I said, what you think about this one, Tay?
I like it.
Are you aware? I love it. I love it. I create these things, man. Some of the stuff is name brand, like the Adidas. That hey, I don't own Adidas, but I sell it.
Yep,
So I got that. I got the new brand too. If you got a girl, hey, all the ladies, that material of it all, the new brand. Go get your new news. And like I said, I'm trying to keep up with the Zodiac. It's got the cups. How many times we have our little coffee mug? No spill coffee mug, but we need to stir it up a little bit. This electric cup, so once you charge it up, it stay warm or whatever. Um, and then, like I said, this right here, I thought this was necessary. Y'all rake this across y'all beard. It'll detangle. You know how some of y'all beards be scruffed up, and you need to just comb through or whatever. It's for men. This is not a woman's hot curlers or nothing. You just plug it up and just comb through your beard, detangle, make it look groomed or whatever. And then you got the beard trimmer. And let me see. I thought I had the. I don't have it, but I got two types of beard trimmer in there. And in light of the Canelo fight, I made this shirt. I put this one together. If anybody had wanted it, but I guess I don't think that fight did all that. What you think, Tay? But this the shirt, man. And all these things come in different colors and sizes. So lap it up. Tay, you sit there? Oh, he must have fell out. But he said, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, it's there for hey, y'all need to go shopping. Christmas time coming. Hey, active activists, you know what everybody getting for Christmas from me. You already know. Something out the stove. But yeah, tell me what y'all think about that theory. And then Lubin, right? Lubin, him and Goucher, they got the same problem. I picture them as people who are like awesome as hell in the gym. Like probably they probably better than anybody in the gym. Cause you can see that that confidence in their coach's eyes, but they got quit in them. And I know quit is a strong word. Did Lubin win that fight? Yeah, because Ramos, it was yours to lose. You didn't fight Lubin like I normally see you fight. You see how big that nigga is, though, Ramos? God damn, that dude big. He massive as hell. He look like he on growth hormones or something. I don't mean to say it like that, but he do. He massive as hell. But it was his to lose. He is another flat foot fighter who got to plant his foot and he come forward. I mean, he's Errol Spence. Lubin is a better boxer. Lubin exposed Fundora. It wasn't until Lubin cracked Fundora's face or cracked him open, and then Fundora, started having trouble. He had trouble with Ocampo. Then he had trouble, I guess, with that dude Mendoza that's fighting Tim Tszyu now. But Lubin cracked that case, even though Fundora cracked his face, his whole face. But Lubin was the one that opened that door. Lubin is that good of a fighter. You hear how Cunningham be going off on him. Lubin got to let them hands go. I think Lubin is one of those people. Shout out to him for getting over it. But I think even in the beginning of him boxing, because let me tell y'all, when you coach in boxing, this is something you will see with young people. There are some people that don't like shit flying at their face. They just don't. They have a hard time getting over shit like that. And some people, it don't matter. Like for me, it don't matter. When I was young and I was fighting formally or informally, I knew I was gonna get hit. This is what I knew. So me worrying about getting hit was something I could ill afford to have, on my mind. I didn't worry about getting hit because I knew I was gonna get hit. I knew it was coming. I knew what that looked like. I knew that I could get hit with some shit that I ain't even see coming. But my resolve was, didn't matter what you do. If I get hit, I'm gonna come at you. If I get knocked out, I get knocked out. I don't give a fuck. But if you hit me, I'm coming. That was my attitude. Some people don't have that. Some people can be the perfect athlete in the gym. And I mean do everything right, but they worried about getting hit. And that's how I see Lubin and Boucher. They also have hesitation. Now, one time, 2 times in a fight, maybe you call it just hesitation. But when you chronically do it, man, that's quitting. That's what Charlo did tonight. That whole theme that night was quitting. Lubin quit even though he won, because so did Ramos. Ramos had to reset. All Lubin had to do is put the fist in front of him. Just throw it in his face. He had to reset because he's a flat foot fighter and he got to plant his feet. And all, people like that, you just make them pick up their feet and throw at angles. Everything Cunningham told Lubin to do was great, was good advice. Andrew Charles, I see you in the building. What's poppin', King? He said, "What up, T? What's poppin' with you?" And let me tell y'all, to throw insult to injury, Martin King boxing, he probably kept that money. I cashed out Martin King boxing the bet for me on. He said Bovado or Bovado. I wanted because the odds of Charlo winning was just too much to pass up on. And I ain't see you activists, and I had tried to get in touch with you, which I think you got pretty busy there. But I betted $50 on Charlo. Not only did I bet $50, I paid for that fight. So I supported the American, and I supported the black man, even though that particular black man, I do not see him doing the same for black women. I don't see that he will rep black women. But I supported him nonetheless. That will be the last time. because he ain't never gonna be the same. And I can see that. I gave him the reason why. There's a lot of mitigating factors why I could get behind him. Like I said, the American, the black man of it all. And when he took a L before and came back. You know, some people, they never the same. Like, I'm starting to think Earl Spence is not going to be the same since he took his L. But some people, that doesn't do anything to. And I thought, after seeing Charlo come back from the Tony Harris loss, that he's one of those people like, hey, he could take a licking and keep on ticking. And if he lost, he lost. He just get back up because he know what time it was. At first, I thought he just went in there and on purpose was running. When you look at the post press conference, Charlo was fighting back tears. He was fighting them back, y'all. This I could see. He was holding it in. He couldn't allow himself to get real loose in talking. You could tell by his jawline, you could tell by how he was holding his mouth. He was holding back them tears. He didn't want to just lose, but he found out something that he just wasn't going to find out being clicked up with Derrick James and Earl Spence and them. You get in an echo chamber of nonsense. Derrick James leading the way, filling y'all ears with some bullshit. A front row seat to some bullshit. And you believed it. And then when you get in there, like Terrence said, you're going to find out like everybody else and be shocked. Like Canelo said, you wait and see. I heard you fucking trying to talk about me all them years. I don't got nothing to prove to the world at large, but I'm gonna prove this shit to your ass. Canelo played with you like food. He made a mockery of you. And your only grace to say is I ain't getting knocked out like everybody else. Again, putting your foot in your mouth. You got to be the top dog. Be humble. Learn how to chill sometimes. I'm trying to act like him to him. What do other people getting knocked out got to do with you? You just got your ass whipped one-sided. Embarrassed. You couldn't do shit. You absolutely ran from him. And I don't ever hardly say that about anybody when they're doing lateral movements. You won't even trying to be strategic. I couldn't tell nothing strategic about you. In time you got a little froggy and you wanted to throw something hard, Canelo reminded you why some people call him daddy. He had to put you in your place. He had to son you. Even though he probably younger than you. He had to son your ass. You was garbage, man. Again, my final theory was he was backed into a corner, y'all. Tim Tszyu, I don't think he was confident he could beat Tim Tszyu. I know he won't confident he could beat Bud. And who better to lose from than Canelo Alvarez? Because you can lose from him, come back down to your weight class and try to pretend like you didn't lose. You try to catch Bud. So what was that shit you was telling James Harden at the Spence fight? Why, and I do believe it's trouble in paradise over there in the clique. The clique is over. The clique is over. The clique is over. The clique is over. Hey, hey. Oh, Lord. That's an old song, y'all, from back in the day. It don't say click neither. The bridge, I think it said the bridge is over. The bridge is over. And I'm talking back in the day. But, I mean, all cliques must die. That was a toxic clique. It's almost like you had the people brainwashed. It was a motherfucking Waco. It was a motherfucking Jim Jones. I don't mean to laugh about neither one of those things because those were Not laughing matters, but they was brainwashed. All their minions. Derrick James was the fearless leader. He was the Pied Piper, the motherfucking leading Earl Spence and Jermell Charlo. And then a young Ryan gets in on it. Then you got AJ getting in on it. And then Frank Martin, you just a casualty. Then you got a nerd to try to do your rounds and put out their bullshit. You to me, man, I can't be a fan of yours. Cause you on that shit already. You already have accepted deception and you willing to go with it. Talking that shit that when you backed out of the Shakur fight, we'll meet down the road. Nigga, who is you? And why are y'all putting this dude before the cart before the horse? But you willing to play that game, right? I'm done with you. I hope everybody that you get in the ring beat your ass so you can learn this lesson. If anything, y'all should have learned a lesson this year. That click shit is toxic. Do your own homework. Stop devaluing other people. Don't do it in your personal life. Don't do it in boxing. Should learn that lesson. But Frank, I guess you got to be a hard head. What they say about hard heads make a soft behind. But you'll learn it. Hey, ain't nobody going to get in the way of you getting that lesson. Jermell Charlo, I don't know what to tell you. Your toxicity has come back and bit you in the ass. You know what I'm saying? You might could get other fights. Ain't nobody ever going to take you seriously. And Terrence don't even want to fight you no more. He called you a cheerleader from the jump. You shouldn't have ran. You should have stood your ground. You told him, shut up, be humble, learn how to take a challenge, learn to be a challenger sometime. You got all these people to fight at 147 where he fought the big fish. Okay, so it was your turn. But you wanted to go fight Canelo, knowing that can't nobody begrudge you for getting the Willy Wonka chocolate ticket. Nobody can begrudge you for that. But then you get up there and have all us sit up to a front row seat of some bullshit. But I showed my support for you. I did. I told them if they put the Earl and Terrence Crawford fight on, that I would go back to being my dutiful self for buying tickets regardless of who putting on the event. And I did. But I can't buy no more of your tickets, Jermell. Hell no. You are unstable. And I would say to his brother, like I said, y'all need to, y'all brothers. I'm all for the positivity with that. But it might be that you got to take your family, Jermall, and get the hell out of Texas. Go somewhere else. Plant your foundation somewhere else that's outside of your brother and his nonsense. And y'all two, when it's time to meet up, you and him and y'all family, like your other brother and your mom and your dad and your uncles, y'all hang. Don't bring the women into it. Because your wife, Jermell, is disrespectful as hell. The shit is, and you requesting your wife to cause harm to your brother's wife, that's just dirty as fuck. It's your mouth. It's you. You're the instigator. You're the shit starter. You the one that brings the drama and the rah-rah around everywhere you go. And you get what you deserve. Don't try to call Terrence out. You don't even speak his name. You try to be like him and you fell short. That's what your ass get. And that's how I feel about it, y'all. But that's all I got to say. I done dropped the link. Uh Try one more again. Then I'm gonna be out of here. It ain't much to talk about. This weekend was weird. Lubin, you better get that quit out you. That's what it is, Honeyham. It's quit because he does it chronically. Goucher, same thing. And if they didn't have that in them two fighters would be considered elite in my book. They that damn good. But that quit, oh Lord, you never know what's gonna get you. Call it hesitation, call it what you want to call it. But you got it in you, Lubin. And you was fortunate that Ramos got a little bit of it in him too. Or had it in him that night. But let me play my commercial. As always, let me see. Uh, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta remember to do it. Hold on. All right, here we go. Here's the commercial. Y'all check the screen out. All right, so these, like I said, this shirt right here is out. Come in different colors. You're gonna love the feel. You're gonna love how it feel against you, and how it fit and lay on you. You're gonna love this whatever this print is on top of the shirt. Got your new news. Got your all different. I'm gonna bring as many the new news as I can to the collection. To the shop. Uh, I only got two kind of new news in there now. This is Libra season. Libra season. Get your Libra season. Got different colors and variations. We got some gadgets. Got this cup. You can hit this little button on the top, and it stirs up your cup. It's an electric cup, so it keeps your cup warm or whatever you need it to do. But it stirs up your cup. It's a self-stirring mug. This is to wrangle out the detangulations and all that, and the scruffiness in your beard. You know, some people like to trim up their beard, some people don't. But you could comb it out. You know, hey, this is a man's tool right here. And then we got a top of the line little beard trimmer and everything. So you can handle that. You could keep yourself groomed that way. I like this one right here. I can't wait till mine's get in the mail. But it's for to keep your arm warm. A lot of people get older, they have shoulder injuries and stuff. I mean, this is a nice little setup right here. It works. I'm sure. I'm waiting for mine to get in the mail. But yeah, keep that shoulder warm. Cause sometimes that's what you need when it be aching and shit. Then we got Adidas. We sell Adidas in the shop. So come on, get your Adidas gear. Uh, always thinking, always thinking. Gonna grab you that. Gonna grab you that. I love this shirt right here. This is social battery. This lady is saying, that's her current mood today. She her social battery is dead, so she ain't for much talking today. And then the patience level. How many of us be out there and our patience be on fume? We don't want that. You got your beach people, your beach nerd. I'm gonna make some boxing nerd joints. And love is love. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. I love the Super Kids because these shirts is for the kids and make it seem like they got on underoos. And I'm talking about the kid and the teenager. The bigger kids. I can make it for smaller kids too. Got your little Bud era t-shirts. Different t-shirts that Bud. For when he's set, Earl spins ass on the ground. Then I am Canelo. And then Canelo, I gets active. And then Canelo with the flag. Of course, we got I gets active with Bud coming out in the fish rain gear for July 29th events. We also got a pullover sweater so you can have one for the fall. Get your I gets active. We also got the hoodie, undisputed, just telling you this is his era. Then of course we always had the undisputed for 2023. So y'all head over to AskMeT51.com and go shop. Get your shirt, get your clothes on, get your gear on. Like I said, the material of these top of the line. Don't sleep on it. But outside of that, I'm done. Going once, going twice. See y'all. See y'all tomorrow.